If there's one thing that this 12-week challenge has proven to me is the power of small increments. This is the 46th episode. It's quite hard to believe. It would have been more if I hadn't have been off sick with COVID in the middle. But in any case, 46 episodes, I think, is a respectable number. And one thing it proves to me is that a lot can be done in small increments. If you remember, I started this 12-week challenge with just the idea, can I show up every day? It took me well over half an hour at the very beginning of this challenge to even press the go button. I was constantly in my thoughts thinking, can I do this? Am I going to do it properly? And what am I wearing? What's the lighting like? What's the sound like? What's my content like? It was a constant struggle with myself to try and get anything out at all. And 46 episodes later, I press the button almost immediately and go right into my content. I have no trouble whatsoever, and I quite enjoy it. So I try to apply this now to other things. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's easy for me, that it's become second nature. I can wake up one day and maybe not even want to put out an episode from the point of energy. I always want to put it out from the point of an idea. But when I actually come to it, I can sit down and I can actually come out and deliver content. And if there's the one-off here and there that I didn't make it, for whatever reason that happened, I've got no guilt or shame in that whatsoever. It's usually because my timetable is totally packed with other activities and I just didn't get round to it, not necessarily from the point of view of making space, because usually I can make space and time. It's just that I haven't been sitting with my equipment able to do this. Sometimes it would have been possible to come on my phone, but it just became not a bit more complicated, and I wasn't quite sure if the quality would be the same, so I decided to skip. But these are very few and far between. And so when I look back now at the content of 46 episodes, we've basically got hours of content here. And this has encouraged me in the other kind of mini challenge that I was doing alongside this, which was to put out an online course. And I've been wanting for years and years, I mean, it's extraordinary amount of time, been wanting to do that and never managing to get round it. Now I've managed to put out 13 episodes, and I have planned around 40 to 50 episodes. Now, normally that would have totally overwhelmed me, but here I am with 46 episodes, and it really feels like it wasn't that too much of an effort. And I remember back already a few months ago when I was kind of looking forward and thinking, I wonder what it would be like when I get to February towards the end of this course. It just seemed miles and miles away, almost too far to even envision. And here we are at the end of that time, and I'm here, and this is an incredible feeling. It's an incredible sense of achievement, and basically the effort was minimal, really. I mean, when you think about it, it's only 5 to 10 minute increments over a certain amount of time, and it all kind of mounts up. So if I was to kind of throw this out to you, I would say you got to try this. It's 12 weeks. It's amazing what you can accomplish with just little bits every day, and not making massive lists of what you need to do in order to do it, but just showing up each time and giving it your 5 to 10 minutes. I really believe in this now. I feel fantastic. I'm definitely going to do another 12-weeker, and who knows what that will bring. I thought I would have completed my online course by the end of this 12 weeks, but, I am not interested in extending this 12 weeks for this particular subject, and I will continue to make that content for the online course. I've got further along with it than I ever have done. I've got into a routine. I know the kind of thing that I want to do. I feel I found my voice on the podcast type platform, and I hope you can hear it and see it in me that I'm really raring to go and feel that I've got another asset under my belt. In any case, see you tomorrow for the third day of the last week of this 12-week challenge.
Dov Benyaacov-Kurtzman has embarked on a 12-week daily live challenge to disseminate a mixture of knowledge, combining his hand-picked golden nuggets from his personal library together with his decades of experience and learning. He is doing this as a committed action to service his values of contributing and helping others, using himself as the subject of this exercise. Despite his feelings of awkwardness, anxiousness, and shame, which usually forms a barrier of uncomfortableness within, holding him back from accomplishing his goals. Dov Benyaacov-Kurtzman is an accomplished psychotherapist and clinical social worker with many years of learning and experience. And yet his self-disclosure of his vulnerability and openness is to demonstrate the human condition that we all experience from time to time. Disclaimer: the contents of this podcast, such as text, graphics, images, and other material contained on the podcast, are for informational purposes only. The content is not intended to be a substitute for professional advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Always seek the advice of your mental health professional or other qualified health provider with any questions you may have regarding your condition. Never disregard professional advice or delay in seeking it because of something you have heard